Hello and welcome. My name is Keme and this is the CIA Corner here on Taft TV, where we make commentaries, in-depth analysis as it keeps unfolding on our newspaper headlines. Alright, now we could remember earlier this year, May precisely, our president actually reverted the old new national anthem, just like every single Nigerian would actually put it. And also we're addressing the sacked Rivers State caretaker chairman that was sacked a few days ago. Don't go anywhere, I'll bring you details of these two stories after the break. Before we went on that break, I told you that our president, I reminded you that the president, May 2024, actually revert our old new national anthem. That is, he took us back to the Nigerian we held it. And just today, the House of Representatives have actually brought out a new bill now. Should I call it an affiliate bill to this particular one? Now, I'll be reading out the bill clearly. It is stated here. The House of Representatives has introduced the Counter Subversion Bill 2024, which aims to impose stringent penalties on Nigerians who fail to recite the national anthem. I'll take that last line again, on Nigerians which fail to recite the national anthem. Now, according to the proposed legislation, anyone found guilty of refusing to recite the national anthem shall be fined 5 million naira, facing a 10-year prison sentence, or both. Anyone who destroys any national symbol or a place of worship shall be liable to the same punishment. Now, this bill also states that anyone who sets up an illegal roadblock, performs unauthorized traffic duties, imposes an illegal curfew, or organizes an unlawful procession will be subject to a fine of 2 million, 5 years in prison, or both upon conviction. Also, any person who forcefully takes over any place of worship, town hall, school, through undue influence shall also face the same penalties. Now, it is quite funny when Nigerians are actually addressing things that matter, the basic things. Like my colleague will keep saying, the basic things of our dearest nation, Nigeria. Our senators are out there, our representatives are out there, passing out bills that do not favor the people. Now, just like in the month of May 2024, our president, like I earlier said, actually brought back the old new national anthem. And funny enough, a bill has been passed already. It is already going for second reading, which will be passed into law, where Nigerians will be forced to start reciting this old new national anthem. All right, now we can still remember as of yesterday, our president actually had a council meeting with the ex-presidents and heads of state, having to address the issues that affect our dearest nation, Nigeria. Now, our hope was that, okay, at the end of this meeting, we will have a tangible result that will get to affect the common man on the street. But what we're seeing on our headlines today is that the ex-president and ex-head of state are giving kudos to our dearest President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for actually standing strong despite the challenges that Nigerians are actually pouring on this present administration. But they actually failed to address. Now, personally, now I feel they actually failed to address one of the agenda that actually brought them there. Now, prior to this time, they said the reason for this meeting for the first time since our president came into power was to address the end bad governance and Tinubu must go protest that took place for 10 days. But our leaders, instead of having to address that particular issue, they went ahead to give kudos to the administration, the presidency. Although it is actually a good thing, our president have actually done a lot in terms of trying to sustain the economy and the likes of it. But personally, I feel the essence of this meeting was to, okay, let's put our heads together. I've actually made a lot of mistakes during my tenure. Okay, this is what you're not doing right. Now, being an ex-president, we feel as Nigerians, you have actually learned from your mistakes. Now, having to put your heads together, first, I would say it was a very good idea calling these ex-presidents together and ex-heads of state together so that they can actually put their heads together and okay, let's bring up a solution to what the very common man is suffering on the streets. But no, this person actually gathered yesterday at the presidential villa. At the end of the meeting, Nigerians were not actually addressed. Now, funny enough, when this head of state actually gathered, when this invitation was sent across our ex-president and ex-heads of state, it was recorded that yesterday, one of the top persons in our dearest nation, Nigeria, I actually call him the 001 of our dearest nation, Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, did not attend that meeting. He didn't even attend it virtually, neither was even there physically. Now, it is quite funny because we were expecting, okay, our leaders to put heads together. It still tells you that there is a lot that needs to be done in our dearest nation, Nigeria. Now, conclusively, from the meeting we had yesterday, it is just like, okay, they gathered to give kudos to Mr. President for sustaining and not allowing some persons, just like they proposed, to come and take over leadership from the back door. And now they were of the opinion, though they were not wrong, that the essence of this protest was to unseat Mr. President and bring in a new leader from the back door. Now they are congratulating Mr. President for standing his grounds. The heat of the people take him off his position. So they actually gave him some level of thumbs up for standing his ground. But sincerely speaking, they did not actually address one of the major issues that gets to affect the very common man on the streets. Now, just like I earlier said, a bill will soon be passed where every single Nigerian will be forced to either recite the national anthem or pay a fine of 5 million naira, spend 10 years in prison for just not reciting the national anthem. It is quite funny where our dearest nation, Nigeria, is getting to. One will actually wonder, is this the right thing to do? We keep saying it time and again. This is some level of misplaced priority. Even when this national anthem was actually brought in the month of May earlier this year, Nigerians were actually against it. While we are crying for hunger, while we are clamoring for reduction in cost of living, our senators, our House of Rep members are out there passing out bills that are guessed to affect the national symbols and the likes of it. It is okay to actually protect our national integrity, but at some point I feel this is democracy. The people should be considered first before having to implement any bill. All right, so we're not actually against I must say, we're not actually against our ex-president giving kudos to Mr. President for the milestone so far. It has not been easy ruling our dearest nation, Nigeria, and the persons in it. So giving out kudos to Mr. President is actually a good one, but just like I earlier said, they should have actually addressed one of the things that gets to affect our dearest nation, Nigeria, and the people at large. All right, this is all we have for you regarding every single headline that's making round this very day. Now, do what to follow us up on all our social media handles, subscribe, so that I get notified each time I drop videos like this. My name is Eyo Kemba. Do well to take care of yourself.